Hello, this is Mr. Miller. I went ahead and developed this video tutorial that introduces you to one of many websites which helps kids to learn to code. For today's lesson, I will give you the knowledge and skills, how to use the software, some of the bumps you may run into, and how you can be ready. And then really my main goal is not to teach you what each button of the keyboard stands for, but to help you transfer your knowledge from what you already know about software, games, and other technology to make projects that are useful, interesting, and entertaining. How does that sound? Sound pretty good? Okay, so real quickly, I'm going to go into something that's very important, and that's the system requirements. So let's go ahead and click on that. Okay, so right away we can see right away we can see that the VR code is free to use, and then you can see that it's downloadable at Google Play, Amazon App Store, and as you go down a little bit further, in the middle of the screen, VEX code minimum system requirements. So we do recommend that you follow those minimum requirements regarding whether you can use VEX Code or VEX VR or VEX Pro. And so it is broken down by systems: Windows, Mac, Chromebook, iOS, iPad OS, and Android. So you can go ahead and take a look at this when you have a chance to after we're done with this tutorial. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at VEX Code VR. So let's do this. So so this is it. All right, here. So let's go. So we're actually gonna go to Google search and just type in VEX space VR. Okay. So I'm gonna just click. Probably just go back here. All right. In fact, let's just start over. Click here. It just hit the plus as I am using Google Chrome. This does run very well with Google Chrome, so I would recommend that you use Google Chrome while running this piece of software. And we're going to type in VEX space VR and enter. VEX, if I can type, huh? VEX space VR. Okay, it's the first one. Nice and easy. Okay. So once we've clicked on that, okay, it's once we're inside, it's going to appear kind of like we're going to go ahead and take a look at sort of kind of do a quick overview of it, so you can think of this as an editing program in the browser. It's a drag and drop kind of like Scratch, or it's like a blocky interface that was developed by Google quite a few years ago, and this is sort of the drag and drop type of programming. And so let me go ahead and show you what I was just talking about. So Scratch looks like this, if you had worked with that already. Remember that? A lot of my students last year were using this to create their sprites and to create animation and the profiles. And then over here is Blocky, so you can try that out. It's also an editor. And it also does a lot of the same of what others do, and that's introducing coding concepts and interlocking blocks, and then you can also custom create blocks. So as we get to know what blocks do and how they work, how they make things happen, that really opens us up to some pretty cool things, because then we can create our own blocks as to what we would like them to do. Okay, so let's go back to VEX, the editor here. All right. So definitely don't be fooled. You you can pretty much do anything with the drag and drop programming than you can with text-based programming. So that's kind of cool. So okay, so let's so it's a drag and drop environment, as we said earlier, and we'll go into it if we click on, let's take a look at the top bar here. So this is what you're going to do with this editor, okay? that you can basically edit things. Notice that we hadn't signed in to get into this. So we basically, if you want to, save your program, say you've created a program of some kind, right? And you just want to save it. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm just going to drag and drop that. You're going to click on, let's see here. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and click on File, and then save to your device, okay? Okay. And then it will just save it to whatever program that's, or whatever device that you're using, okay? And then we can go back and into our saved items, and then click Open, okay? And notice that the program I saved before is down here. Now opened into a programming tab. So let's click on that. Let's see, Show in Finder. Let's double click on it. Oh, what is this? This is another gotcha. As you can see right now, it says search the App Store for an application that can open this document or choose an existing application on your computer. So you're not going to be able to open this right away once you saved it. You'll actually need to open up a new session. Say you get out of it today or tomorrow, you go back into it. You won't get that because this is what you'll do. You click back on File so you can continue on that project, and then load from your device. And that will pull up and you'll be able to see what we've just done here, okay? So, so over here, let's just take a look. So we have some tutorials here, and that basically what we can do here is that we can open up the environment. And how we do that is click on Playground. Okay, notice we open that, and there's a simulation, right? See it in front of us. So let's say we do something really simple, like drive the robot car for 200 millimeters, right? And then we went ahead and click Start. So the start is right here. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going until it actually runs into the wall. And what I think is pretty cool about this program is that it has like 2D and 3D imagery. So you can click on these little cameras, these angle cameras here, and you can see, oh, it ran into the wall, and it looks like the wheels are still spinning, and it doesn't know what to do. So you want to go ahead and reset that. So hit the stop, reset. So you're going to be doing that quite often, and I encourage you to do that as you're stacking up your blocks of commands. I would say every 5, go ahead and hit start and then reset, so you don't have a whole bunch more, like 15, 20, 25 blocks, and then you hit start and you're like, oh no, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So, but we'll certainly get into that just a little bit later. So let's do this. So how we're going to correct that is like the drive forward is not the correct block, right? We determine that because it just keeps going and going and going. We have to get a block, grab a block from over here on the left-hand side under drivetrain. And which one is going to help us do that? This one right here, right? It's pretty much the same block, but it has the 200 millimeters in it. So let's click that once and then hit play. Do you see that? Let's stop. Let's try it again. This time we're going to start it from the ground. And it stops. Okay. All right. So, so that's how you go ahead and start to drag and drop and figure out which ones will work, and then using the editor to verify that the blocks that you did grab and you drag over are actually helping you with the instructions that I provide you in this lesson. So, So that's a little bit of the basics of getting into VEX Coding VR. It involves programming VEX that you'll know in your browser. It really is a fantastic program, so best of luck.